Intermittent fasting versus daily calorie cutting. A new study sheds light. The world of weight loss is constantly evolving, with various dietary strategies gaining and losing popularity. Among the more recent trends is intermittent fasting, IF, an eating pattern that cycles between periods of eating and voluntary fasting on a regular schedule. Unlike traditional diets that focus on what you eat, IF primarily focuses on when you eat. What exactly is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting isn't a specific diet plan dictating which foods to consume. Instead, it's an umbrella term encompassing various time-restricted eating patterns. The core principle is to create eating windows and fasting windows. During eating windows, you consume your normal caloric intake, while during fasting windows, you abstain from or significantly restrict calorie consumption. A variety of ways to fast. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to intermittent fasting. Several popular methods exist, including the 16-to-8 method. This involves a daily 16-hour fasting window followed by an 8-hour eating window. This is often a popular starting point as much of the fasting period can occur during sleep. The 5-2 diet. This involves eating normally for 5 days of the week and restricting calorie intake to around 500-600 calories on 2 non-consecutive days. Eat Stop Eat. This involves a 24-hour fast once or twice a week. Alternate day fasting. As the name suggests, this involves alternating between days of normal eating and days of very low calorie intake. The 4-3 diet. This less common method involves eating normally for 4 days a week and severely restricting calories, around 80% reduction on the other 3 days. The latest buzz, intermittent fasting versus daily calorie restriction. A recent study published in the prestigious Annals of Internal Medicine has directly compared the effectiveness of one specific type of intermittent fasting, the 4-3 method, against traditional daily calorie restriction for weight loss over a 12-month period. Key findings from the study. Researchers followed 165 adults with overweight or obesity, randomly assigning them to either the 4-3 intermittent fasting group or a daily calorie restriction group. Both groups received behavioral support and were encouraged to incorporate exercise into their routines. Here's what the study revealed. Modest edge in weight loss for IF. After 12 months, the intermittent fasting group experienced a slightly greater average weight loss of around 7.6% of their body weight compared to the daily calorie restriction group, who lost approximately 5%. While the difference was statistically significant, it's important to note that both groups achieved clinically meaningful weight loss. Better adherence with IF. Interestingly, the study found that participants in the intermittent fasting group were more likely to stick to their assigned eating plan, with a lower dropout rate compared to those on daily calorie restriction. This suggests that for some individuals, the structure of IF might be more sustainable in the long run, perhaps due to not having to focus on calorie counting every single day. Favorable cardiometabolic changes. The intermittent fasting group also demonstrated more positive changes in several key indicators of heart health and metabolic function, including lower systolic blood pressure, reduced total and LDL, bad, cholesterol levels, improved fasting glucose levels. What does this mean for you? This recent research adds to the growing body of evidence surrounding intermittent fasting as a potential weight management strategy. The finding that the 4-3 method might lead to slightly greater weight loss and better adherence than daily calorie restriction is noteworthy. Furthermore, the positive impact on cardiometabolic markers suggests potential benefits beyond just weight. Important considerations. While these findings are encouraging, it's crucial to remember. This study focused on one specific type of IF, 4-3. The results may not be generalizable to other IF methods like the 16-8 or 5.2 diets. Both IF and daily calorie restriction led to weight loss. The best approach ultimately depends on individual preferences, lifestyle, and health conditions. Individual results can vary. What works well for one person may not work for another. Consult your healthcare provider. Before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have any underlying health conditions or are taking medications, it's essential to discuss it with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you determine if IF is a safe and appropriate strategy for you. The bottom line. This new study provides further evidence that intermittent fasting can be a viable and potentially effective strategy for weight loss and improving certain health markers. The better adherence observed with the 4-3 method suggests that its structured approach might resonate with some individuals. However, it's not a magic bullet, and a personalized approach guided by healthcare professionals remains key to achieving sustainable and healthy outcomes.